Following a record-breaking WNBA season, Caitlin Clark gave a presentation in Europe.
From the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season. The commissioner told her that she could make $700,000 playing in the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark's arrival was officially confirmed by the EuroLeague, and now that the WNBA has revealed the contract details, it's obvious that while Clark is set to light up Europe, Kathy Engel and the WNBA executive are likely feeling the heat as they prepare to return to the charming little void of insignificance they were in before Clark arrived and gave everyone a reason to watch. Let's face it, you're only here because of Caitlin Clark, and once she leaves, you won't waste any more time on those excruciatingly mediocre teams.
Feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big Three. So the money is there, and if these owners are smart with it, I could definitely see more WNBA players going overseas.
Let's not dwell on the WNBA's poor choices, but they essentially destroyed their own star with a number of clumsy choices and some race-baiting drivel that cost them their golden goose. The real action occurs in Clark's new journey.
Going overseas and possibly not return.
I understand that some of you die-hard American fans of Caitlin Clark are a little sad about her going to Europe, but let's face it, you want her to be happy, which is why you're keeping quiet. You know deep down that as long as Clark is doing well, you're okay with it, and don't worry, Clark loves you just as much. In fact, I have a little nugget from her that will make you incredibly happy, so hold on tight, because I'll reveal the truth about this EuroLeague deal.
What the players are paid.
We're talking about EuroLeague Women, which is technically the best women's basketball league in Europe, but doesn't receive the attention it deserves. I know, it's like the hidden gem of basketball, and people are still sleeping on it. Polius Modiajunis, the big boss of EuroLeague Women, has finally put an end to all the rumors. Caitlin Clark is officially packing her bags for Europe, and no, this isn't just her side gig while the WNBA takes a hot minute.
If you look at his rookie salary, which was around $55 million for 4 years, and then you look at Caitlin Clark's $300 and I think it was $38,000 salary that she signed for 4 years, that is about the same amount more. It's around 162 times more that Victor made than Caitlin. So if you do that.
Now, for those who may not be aware, FIA Europe oversees the EuroLeague Women's League, and believe me when I say that some of the most competitive basketball takes place there. This isn't your usual summer break. League, no. Clark can get her basketball fix all year long thanks to the October-April EuroLeague. She's practically positioning herself to rule on both sides of the pond, like she's playing chess while everyone else is stuck playing checkers.
Games, they always sold out. Unbelievable. So Atlanta would normally have 3,000, 4,000 people. Now they have 17,000 people, and they sold 1,000 standing room only tickets. So when we walked into the arena, people were on that third balcony looking down at the tops of our players' heads to watch.
And here's the thing. The EuroLeague Women's Basketball League has existed since 1958, which is longer than most of us have been alive. It's like the original Women's Basketball League, rebranded in the 90s, but for some reason it hasn't achieved the same level of success commercially as the WNBA. Don't get me wrong, though, this league is serious. It has existed for a reason, and is home to some of the world's best ballers.
Game in Europe is almost better than the game in the NBA.
So, to give you a detailed explanation, the WNBA is a short, nice summer league, but the EuroLeague is longer, and I'll explain why it's better. Right now, we're not just talking about American stars competing against each other. In the EuroLeague, Clark is competing against the best players in Europe, which is a whole different level of competition. The WNBA is certainly hyped, but EuroLeague women's basketball is where players like Clark can really step up their game.
Game in Europe is almost better than the game in the NBA.
Now consider it. Clark is already a huge celebrity in the WNBA, but by traveling to Europe, she is positioning herself to become a global superstar. She is not only playing more games, but also building her brand by competing internationally and becoming well-known all over the world. Simply said, this is a badass move, and let's face it, The WNBA has shorter seasons and primarily focuses with teams from all across Europe competing. The Euro League attracts talent from Russia, Turkey, Spain, France, and other countries. Clark is going there, and I promise you that this will make her an even more powerful force in the basketball world.
The biggest team in Europe, but and I didn't, I knew it, but didn't know how big they were. And we travel like superstars. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a dream.
Yeah.
Traveling around Europe, playing basketball.
Like we went to Paris played in Paris for the EuroLeague Championship.
And it's clear that the WNBA is going crazy right now. Really, who wouldn't be? This isn't just a player leaving. It's Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball in a very long time. Why Europe, you ask? It's just domination. In order to elevate her game and demonstrate that she is not only the queen of one castle, but is prepared to control the entire basketball kingdom, Clark is not content to simply dominate the WNBA court. Instead, she is aiming for Europe.
From the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season.
For some time now, there have been whispers that Clark would be moving to Europe, but when Pasmodi Junas, the head coach of the EuroLeague women's team, officially confirmed it, it was like a bomb to the basketball community. Caitlin is going to Europe to play for one of the top EuroLeague teams, and this isn't just your normal off-season workout. Rather, it's her stepping into new territory, a new level of competition, and making her name an even greater global sensation. Meanwhile, the WNBA is undoubtedly sweating uncontrollably. After that crazy rookie season, Clark was their ace in the hole to keep people's attention on women's basketball in the US. Her rivalries with players like Angel Reese, her half-court bombs, and her jaw-dropping plays had people paying attention for once. However, now that she is alternating between Europe and the WNBA, the leagues have a serious issue. Because Clark works for them part-time, there will be less screen time, less publicity, and fewer viral moments. Let's face it, Clark was supposed to represent the WNBA for years, so losing her, even on a part-time basis, is a big strike.
This is the problem with Caitlin Artist to answer to.
Clark is essentially doubling up her opportunities by playing in two of the world's most competitive leagues without missing a beat while everyone else is stuck on checkers. It's a brilliant move that increases her notoriety worldwide while everyone else tries to comprehend what just happened. It makes sense from a business standpoint, but we risk losing more players to playing abroad. And let's not even discuss the commercial side of things. By traveling to Europe, Caitlin Clark is exposing herself to a whole new market and a whole new fan base, proving that she is more than simply a baller. It's going to be crazy to watch Caitlin Clark's global takeover unfold, and European basketball fans are going to get front-row tickets to the game. Her move just launched her international stardom into overdrive.
If the business aspect makes sense, we could lose more players to playing overseas.
Regarding the WNBA, they are in a difficult situation because they placed a lot of trust in Clark, and now that she is working for many leagues, the marketing campaign they were depending on has taken a serious hit. Caitlin Clark was the plan to drive the league into its next growth phase. She's been their social media darling, their face of the future. But now with Clark jetting off to Europe part-time, they've got a massive hole to fill, and they know it. But the fact that the ratings from Clin Clark's series to the series fell off a cliff, it should surprise no one. If I'm watching the Indiana Fever game, I'm just waiting on Caitlin Clark to catch the F. And here's the proof since Clark arrived in the WNBA. Viewership for Indiana Fever games has skyrocketed. Can you argue with me? Her rivalry with Angel Reese, people live for that drama. Her deep threes, they're basically viral gold. The WNBA has been riding the Clark wave, but with her now balancing her time between leagues, those jaw-dropping moments will be fewer and further. Between Clark isn't just in this for the short-term wins, she's thinking big long-term, expanding her brand, boosting her game, and securing her legacy on a global level. This isn't just some player looking for a challenge. This is a calculated move that's going to change the future of women's basketball on both sides of the Atlantic.
Yes, it just, the WNBA, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business, it's how it works, and that's all that.
The WNBA has all the hype, big stars, flashy highlights, and commercials all over the place. But don't sleep on EuroLeague women, because this league has a whole different flavor, and to be honest, it might have a few things up its sleeve that the WNBA doesn't. I know some of you are sitting there wondering, Wait, is EuroLeague women really better than the WNBA? The answer might blow your mind.
The fact that the ratings from Caitlin Clark's series to these series fell off a cliff, it should surprise no one.
I'm watching the Indiana Fever game. I'm just waiting on Caitlin Clark to catch the...
First, let's address the most pressing issue. The WNBA season lasts from May to early September, with the possibility of extending it to October if you're fortunate enough to qualify for the playoffs. For someone like Caitlin Clark, who loves to have the ball in her hands, the longer season is heaven. She's not looking for a quick fix. She's out here for the long haul, where every game is a new chapter in the epic. The EuroLeague isn't about that short-term life. Instead, it's about 6 months of intense basketball action from October to April. That means double the grind, double the exposure, and double the chances for players like Clark to show off every ounce of talent. Saga of Caitlin Clark.
Obviously, an incredible star. She's totally revitalized interest. Vitalized interest in the WNBA in a way it never was.
And let's not even talk about the competition. The WNBA is full of American ballers with incredible talent, no doubt, but EuroLeague women are a whole other ball. In EuroLeague, you're not just playing against other Americans anymore. One night you're up against a Russian team that relies heavily on brute force, and the next night it's a sleek, fast-paced squad from Turkey that has more plays than a chess master. Every team plays differently, and it's like a basketball world tour. Styles. If Clark thought winning the WNBA was enjoyable, wait until she's competing against the greatest in Europe. She's not just playing basketball anymore. She's traveling the world and earning experience points.
Some meat on those bones. Via Forbes, they have the highest audience they've seen in 24 seasons in the WNBA games. Televised games with Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever averaged 1.18 million viewers compared to 394,000 for all other games. There were a record 22 games that averaged over 1 million viewers, 19 of which involved Caitlin.
I understand that you're thinking, boo, but what about the excitement? That's exactly what the WNBA is all about. The glitz and glamour, the bright lights, and the buzz on social media. Without a doubt, it's designed for the Instagram generation, but EuroLeague women are different. Breanna Stewart's deep threes and every other play are potential highlight reels. Beast is more concerned with the basics than the glitz. They're like purists in basketball. In Paradise, team play, accuracy, and flawless strategy execution are more important than who can sink the most threes from 30 feet out.